everyone, it's Holly, and I am here to show you the products that are coming up in our August release. Now, I used to do this all the time and it kind of dropped off my radar, but I thought I have a lot going on with this release and it would be fun to take a look. So we have soaps, we have bath salts, we have sugar scrubs, we have wax melts. It's going to be a great release. You're going to want to check out the website on August 22nd at 5 p.m. Mountain at moriversoap.com. Now, if you need a little help with that, because time zones can be a little bit confusing, I'm in Mountain Time. So Pacific is 4 p.m., it's 5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Central, and 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so let's dig right in. Now, I'm going to try to just show the camera the goodies, and I'm hoping that it will focus. I'm a little concerned about that, but let's just give it a try. So I have 10 soaps coming up with this release. 10! Oh my goodness. So let's talk about the first and probably forever the most important one ever. We have Figgy Cream returning. Yay for Figgy Cream. We have a brand new one that I am just so excited about. This one is called Stargazing. It is just the perfect late summer scent. I don't have a label on the back because I had to redesign it and I haven't printed it yet. It's so good. It's just the perfect late summer scent. It's like night air, warm woods. It's a little fruity from like some melon. There's some musk. I want to say it's kind of like there's a twilight type fragrance that I have used before. This is not the same, but it is similar. It's kind of in that, musky, vanilla-y, fruity range, and I just think it is so pretty. And it has some sparkles in there. Isn't that fun? I just love that. Okay, so I just went to check and everything looks like it is in focus. You may notice it's kind of busy around here. I've been taking pictures. I've got a couple of batches of soap here. I've got every countertop is full. I need to do all of my dishes. I have my wax melter going. I have just loads to package, so I need to get to it. So we have Orange Spice, and this is a tallow soap. You will have seen the cutting video on the channel. It's made with pumpkin, scented with orange and cinnamon and clove. It's so good. And then we have some, I love this bar, and the pictures don't do this bar any justice, I don't think. It is so pretty, and this is the lavender, and I am calling it a tallow based soap. I don't want there to be any confusion because I do use olive oil in it, coconut oil, castor oil, cocoa butter, and shea butter. So good. I just use predominantly, like the biggest section is tallow. We have, oh, I love this one. This is Autumn Berry, and I have had Autumn Berry before, but this is a little bit of a new blend, but it's berries, apples, and warm spice. It's so good. It's classic for me. I love it. And then I made some pumpkin maple goat milk soaps. So this is an unscented one. So good. Gorgeous and beautiful, and oh, it's made with pureed pumpkin and goat milk and maple syrup. Oh, so good. And then this one I made at the same time, so it's also a pumpkin maple goat milk soap, and it's called Autumn's Hug. And I blended a fragrance that is just like a hug from autumn itself. And it is, I do have the label on this one, a cozy, comforting blend of pumpkins, apples, cranberries, pomegranates, vanilla, and warm spices. Yep, that's darn delicious. Okay, then we have apples and oats, and this soap is made with colloidal oatmeal. It is also made with apple juice, and it's made with goat milk and some honey, and the scent is not a cinnamony type spicy scent. It is just like honey apple and oatmeal milk and honey type fragrance. It's good stuff. Okay, so moving on to bath salts. Now bath salts are made with sea salt, pink salt, It has baking soda, fragrance. What else did I throw in there? Just, oh yes, goat milk powder, buttermilk powder. So it's a milk bath. I do call them milk bath slash bubbling bath salts. Isn't he the cutest thing? It's our Huckleberry bear. Back in the olden days, I called it Huckleberry, like a bear, berry. Anyway, and then it has a serious bubble action in it. I'm trying to see if there's a good spot you could, yeah, I mean, you can see the texture in there. But it makes just the best bubbly bath, and there's no citric acid in this. There's no like added oils. It's just baking soda, the milk powders, the salt, and just a few other things like colorants and the SLSA. That's what makes the bubbles, and it is derived from coconut and palm oils. Let me double check. Anything else that is in there? Nothing really significant to talk about. We have an apple and oats bath salt. I love that one. And this one is made with colloidal oatmeal as well. So the buttermilk powder and the goat milk powder are going to make just the greatest milk bath. Oh, so good. I did a little bubble test, and I'll see if I could maybe put in a little bit of the clip of that, but I did a bubble test and I swished my hands around in it. It was heavenly. And then we have this in the autumn berry. And it just turned out the prettiest, like, light mauve color. I just love this one. This autumn berry scent, the berries and the apples and the spice is so good. Forgot about it. Okay, let's look at, well, while we're talking about autumn berry. So I also have some scrub in the, whoops, where are we? Autumn berry scent. And this one, I can show you here. This one is purple. Look at that. Anyway, it's purple and a little bit of gold and some pink in there. It's weird to hide, and then my shirt rides up and I'm like, oh, wiggly. All right, so we have caramel apple crisp. Now, I took a poll on Instagram, and vanilla pumpkin was in the lead. And then, no, it was autumn berry was in the lead, and then vanilla pumpkin. And this poor caramel apple crisp scent just was like nowhere to be found. It was like at the bottom of the list. And I was like, well, I don't know. And then one of my good customers like, please make the caramel apple crisp because I love caramel apple scents. And so we watched it though, and by the time the poll was done, it was pretty evenly split between autumn berry, vanilla pumpkin, and caramel apple crisp. So I did do them all. Now, my friend, my customer and Instagram friend, okay, so here's a jar. My customer and Instagram friend, we have decided that caramel apple is kind of a nostalgic scent for people that maybe were youngins in like the 70s and the 80s, maybe the 90s. Like, I love a caramel apple. Whoa, like, it's so nostalgic. I love it. It makes me happy. I get excited. But yeah, I didn't really do that for my kids. And so my kids are like, carameled apples. So I'm thinking that's why it didn't initially do very well. But us like 70s, 80s, 90s kiddos, we're going to go for the caramel apple. And this smells so good. So the caramel apple crisp does have a little bit of an oatmeal note to it as well. Obviously, because it's a crisp. But it smells so good. So here's the vanilla pumpkin. I am so thrilled with the label. It turned out so cute. I feel like my pictures never really do it justice. I need to like hire a photographer or something. But this is just vanilla and molasses pumpkin warm oats. It says warm oats. I don't get a lot of warm oats. It's mostly just vanilla and pumpkin. But that's a note in the fragrance. So I'm going to add it in. And so here we have the pumpkin, and it's just a light color. It's nothing too significant. Now I've had these stored away in an airtight container. So in case you wonder why I still have some uncovered, it's been busy with picture time. So the last in the scrubs, which I've been wanting to do this one like forever, Huckleberry Coffee. Huckleberry coffee is such a big thing up here in Northwest Montana. We're very close to Glacier. We have huckleberries in the area. But look, I feel like the pictures don't do this one justice either. It is such a pretty, like, warmish purple, coffee-ish purple. Oh, come on now. It is so good. Now, this is still going to be primarily a coffee note, but there is that little background berry. And we have picked huckleberries. With my fingers, I have picked huckleberries in Montana. I'm a Montanan. It's awesome. Not that I wasn't already, but I've never picked huckleberries when I was a kid, so I'm pretty excited about it. Okay, let's talk about wax melts. How long have I been yammering on? 10 minutes. Let's talk about wax melts. Okay, so these are the cutest things ever. What should we start with? Let's start with caramel apple crisp. I made caramel apple crisp in the donuts, the wax melt donuts. And they're going to be in a half dozen because that's fun. Look at this wax melt. Is it not the cutest, patutest wax melt? Now I do put glitter on these ones that look like food because they're not food, they're not edible, they are wax melts. They are for home fragrance. You put them in a cutesy wax melter. Where's mine? So you put them in this electric wax melter. There's tea light ones as well. Sometimes they don't get warm enough to melt the wax, but I love these hot plate type ones. And so you just put the little jar on the top. You can melt it in a little silicone like cupcake muffin liner to make your life even easier. But this is my wax melter. And you just put probably a couple of pieces. It really depends on what scent load you like. I like a pretty light scent load in my home just based on the fact that I smell scent all the time. So when I'm in my home, I want my home to smell not like my studio. So, but I am burning some candles right now. Huckleberry candles. Anywho's it. One or two, if you have a big house, if you have a big open space, if you've got ceiling fans going, if your windows are open, if you've got who knows what, it's going to vary. If you're melting this in a bathroom where it's all closed up or a very small room, you're probably only going to want one. But if you're in this like massive house, like yay you may want to have 2 or 3. That's just how it goes. That's how it goes. All right, so here we go with some cute pumpkin ones. Pumpkin. Have you ever heard that little thing? It went around for a while. You're my sugar pie, honey bun, pumpkin. You're my sweetie pie. I think that's how it goes. I don't know. Anyway, so we have cute little donut-y ones. Pumpkin donuts. It smells like, what does it smell like? It smells like a pumpkin donut shop, a bakery. I miss Casey's. So in Missouri and the area that has the Casey's convenience stores, they make a pretty epic pumpkin cake donut. It's pretty epic, so you might have to give that a try. But like Sonic, we don't have Casey's. So these are super cute. These are the only ones I've dipped so far. I do still need to. I have a lot of dipping to do. A lot of dipping to do. But here we have the pumpkin. This is a different scent from what I've used before. I used a blend. Part of the blend I used to use, I should say, is no longer available. So I had to go out and do something different. So the last 3 here are all Bear wax melts. And they're just super cute. Look with this. I love this teal one. I love it. It's so, look, he's so cute. This one is Autumn's Hug. And we have a purple and an orange and kind of like a more of a yellowy oatmeal and the teal. And I was inspired by like some autumn colors I've been seeing online and some yarn colors. I follow Flannel and Pearls, and they are making an, what do you call that thing? Like a shawl out of some yarn that they spun in these similar colors. Although I think a magenta would have been really nice in there as well. So this one is Vanilla Pumpkin again. There's two different oranges there. I don't know if you can see very well. And then we have Autumn Berry. And I just love how everything turned out. I am going to have some Room and Linen sprays restocked. Have some wax melt clamshells. Not a whole bunch of those. I don't have any more of the clamshells, and I'm thinking about changing those again because I've decided I don't love the little hearts. They're cute, but I don't love necessarily pouring them. Oh my goodness. We didn't talk about two soaps. Oh my goodness. We have the Cranberry Orange Sea Salt Soap. And this is made with orange and grapefruit essential oils. Oh, made with pink salt. I love it so much. And then we have Eucalyptus Rosemary Mint. And those are also turned out great. Do you love the smell of like Vapo Rubs and like mentholatum and stuff? I think you'll like this. It's not exact, of course, but holy moly. So eucalyptus, rosemary, peppermint, and just the teeniest amount of spearmint. You barely can use spearmint in soap. So, oh my goodness though. They're so good. They're so good. I can't believe I almost forgot about them. They're right here. Oh my goodness. I'm going to get back to work. I have a lot to do. Do you want a sneak peek real quick? Do you want to? Okay, so sneaky peek. We've got Bite Me soap in the mold. I need to get it cut. I am a little disappointed in the fading colors. I don't usually have much trouble with my colors fading. The black is pretty nice. The purple is epic. I love the purple. And the white-ish is fine. But the orange really faded on me as well as the green. They were very bright. Oh my goodness. So this one took me about ages. Look. Skulls. It's really heavy. Smells better than death. Smells better than death. Oh, it's heavy. That one, the last time I made it, the one and only time I made it was in about this time in 2022. And it was right before we were going to move. And we kind of, the whole process of moving kind of happened very quickly, a little quicker than we expected. And so I had to rush that release, and I didn't really promote that one. But it smells, okay. That one smells like Skittles. Lemon, lime, and Skittles. It's very good. And Bite Me, if you don't know, Bite Me is a like a fizzy cherry pop Hawaiian punch type set. So I have other things going on for the September release, the Halloween release, but we'll talk more about that later. Okay, so let's wrap this up. I am very excited about this release. Everything will be live at MauveRiverSoap.com on Thursday, August 22nd at 5 p.m. Mountain. Again, MauveRiverSoap.com. I'm really looking forward to packing up orders. If you want to be involved in a pack and chat, make sure you put that in the note in your order, and I will pack as many as I'm able. See, I don't know what to think. Sometimes I get 30, sometimes I get no requests, so I don't know. I don't know what I'll be able to do, but I'll do my best. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.